Hi, welcome to reviews. This is the one for Ferrari. So, as an F1 girly, I obviously had to watch the new Ferrari movie, whether or not I cared for it. I think it's hilarious they casted Adam Driver in the movie as the lead as Enzo Ferrari. I haven't seen any marketing where they use his last name as a pun, which is such a wasted opportunity, in my opinion. They absolutely should have. Yeah. Also, because I'm an F1 girly, the line in the movie that goes, I can run Portugal with the money you spend on racing. It's particularly funny because this is like way back in the 50s, and Ferrari still sucks at racing. They still do. They're gonna run their poor driver Chucky Leclerc to the grave before they get a championship with that poor man. Like, I'm just like, oh my god, y'all have a history of being really bad at this. Okay, first things first. Is Shailene Woodley supposed to have an accent? If yes, what accent was she supposed to have? Because it was all over the place and I just couldn't place it. She started off the movie with like a strong Italian one, and then it just kind of reverted back to her regular voice, so I was really confused. This film is based in Italy. It's where the Ferrari headquarters is. So they're presumably all speaking Italian, but because it's a movie, it's English. So if they're all speaking English, which is supposed to be Italian, why is Enzo speaking broken English? As though he's speaking broken Italian. Like, huh? Pick a lane. Have some consistency. Like, this film doesn't have. Also, for anyone who watched the movie and was just like, who is Varzi? Why do they keep saying this guy drives like Varzi? Varzi is the first ever Formula One champion. He drove a Type 35 Bugatti and went on to drive for Alfa Romeo, i.e. not Ferrari, because Ferrari wasn't winning. Just saying that this movie wasn't a fun watch for me because A, I found the protagonist hard to root for, and B, I thought the plot was kind of all over the place. It's supposed to follow Enzo Ferrari's journey to win the Mille Miglia. It's an open road endurance race that no longer exists. The last one was in 1957. You see Enzo the most, obviously, because he's the lead character, but you don't really care or relate to this man because he's not really giving you anything to work with. Like, he's essentially, like, most of the movie, he's just cheating on his wife, Laura Ferrari, with this other woman, Lena Lardi. But like Laura Ferrari, his wife, is kind of his right-hand man at the factory. She handles the accounting. She has half the sticks. She's a force to be reckoned with. Like, and you can tell because the people who either work for Ferrari or work at Ferrari, the company, they fear her. They have a lot. So every time Penelope Cruz, who plays Laura Ferrari, delivers a force of her or the plot almost immediately undo it by having her cave, and I just find that so. As a person watching this film, I just feel really cheated. Like, I got emotionally invested in your performance, and then in the end, it doesn't fucking matter because you're just gonna let your husband do whatever the fuck he wants anyway. Huh? You're telling me a woman as tough, as badass as I don't take no shit. I'm a traditional Italian woman, and I will give you shit for it. As Laura Ferrari would cave to her husband each time they have a fight. Like, in the middle of the movie, they have this huge fight, and then it ends with them having sex. And I was just like, okay, you know what? Sometimes being angry turns you on. It could be a hate fuck. But at the end of the movie, when she goes through all these lengths to, like, this $500 check, $500,000 check from Ferrari, which is essentially half of the company, she cashes that out to help Enzo after this entire movie where she's basically either mad or sad, mad at him and grieving her dead son. You expect me to believe that she just caves each time and just serves the man? Huh? Him. I just don't believe that up to this point in the movie she gives enough of a shit to do this for him. She knows he's openly cheating on her. She knows that the person he's cheating on her with has a son that could potentially take over the company, whereas she has to deal with the death of her son. Like, this woman is dealing with a lot of shit, and it all involves this shitty guy. Like, and at the end of the day, she just kind of caves in and helps him anyway. there is absolutely nothing in the film that convinces me that she gives enough of a shit for Enzo to actually do that. Like, for the entirety of the movie, I'm just not convinced she loves him enough to put aside her pride and the grief of losing her son for this Lena Lardy, played by Shailene Woodley. Like, her character doesn't really do anything to move the plot along or do anything other than just to be the other woman that has the son. And her whole thing is whether or not Enzo is going to grant her son legitimacy by letting him bear the Ferrari name. Whoopie fucking do? Like, the female characters in this film were really badly written. Like, it makes me kind of angry. Like, if we go with the trope of maiden, mother, crone, and mother being Penelope Cruz's character, maiden being Shailene Woodley's character, and crone, which is Enzo's mom, who does have like a few really good lines here and there, but mostly in support of Enzo, all three of them end up just there existing to serve Enzo. Enzo just gets to do wherever the fuck he wants, and like, I was just so sick of their lack of agency. Penelope Cruz has always been a phenomenal actor in my opinion, and she performs her usual best in this movie. And I think the director knows it too. There's a scene where Enzo talks to his dead son early on in the movie, and it's just Adam Driver going on and on and on. And actually, at some point, it cuts to this weird angle of his side profile before very quickly cutting back to the main coverage of him delivering this monologue. And that wouldn't be so much of an issue if it's not for the fact that it's contrasted directly later on with Penelope Cruz being at the dead son's final resting place, having the exact same coverage, except for her, she performed with no lines, and it's just her emoting. Pure. The camera stays on her, doesn't cut away, and you're just bought in by her performance. You can't take your eyes away. And if you take that and compare it directly to Adam Driver's performance in the same movie, it makes you think that there was a line flub or an issue with his performance that led them to have to cut away to their weird side angle, as opposed to Penelope Cruz being so fucking badass and phenomenal that she just acted her heart out. One take, and that's done. You know, I don't know if it's one take, but it felt that way. I mean, I'll believe it if you tell me that. So, in short, this film was about as frustrating to watch as a cinephile as it is for an F1 fan to watch Ferrari strategy calls, especially like back in 2021. And this is coming from like a Williams fan. You cringe and you feel bad for the team, but you somehow can't look away from the train wreck. At least in F1 it's interesting, you know? At least in F1 it's like drama filled and you really like get into it. This film was just kind of boring. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.